Hello, welcome to Gemstone Tarot, Monday, 1st of December. 1st of December! The 1st of December. The 1st of December. Look out, by the way, because I have had something to drink. Yes, in my Puffins mug. I have coffee, which is half and half, as in not the milk, half decaffeinated, half caffeinated. So anything could happen Monday. Also, I've been on pee watch with my cat. So, as you know, I have a cat called Diablo who pees on everything in the house. Well, she pees on anything that's a hard surface, to be fair to her. Although she'll make an exception for cardboard. So she's been to the vets and they've ruled out any medical thing, you know, they've tested her and all that stuff, and it turns out it's behavioural, which I kind of knew, but of course the vet has to charge you about £180 just to tell you something you already know. But anyway, no chagrin whatsoever. So been going around cleaning it up. She's now on some kind of weird cat sedative stuff that's supposed to stop her doing it. For the first week it made her sleepy. Now she's completely used to it. She's like maybe a little bit more dopey when she's peeing on things, but that's about as far as it goes. But the most recent thing that's happened is that Biggie Smalls, who is her weird, I mean, sister, but Biggie's like this and Diablo's like that. Biggie Smalls has now turned grass. So she's turned informant. So now Biggie goes around and she'll come up to you and she'll sniff where she's done it. And it's often somewhere really secretive, like underneath a bin. Or today I had a box of stuff that I'm getting ready for the charity shop on the kitchen table where I do the tarot downstairs. And I was like, that's good, she's not peed on the box, you know, we're all good. Biggie stops, she'll sniff the box like she's a dog sweeping, you know, sweeping a building. And then she goes, and there's this little gap in her mouth. And it just means, ew, and then you know. And she was right. So I've sorted all that out. And it's just, I don't know, I think this should somehow be a documentary or a film. My cats are turning into a soap opera. Diablo, who's definitely the convict, the criminal. And then the other thing that's happening as well, oh God, this is bad, but hey. So Diablo will only eat the sedative if it's in a sort of gel form. And then she'll only have it if it's gourmet pearl ocean fish pate, which comes in a small gold tin and costs, you know, the price of the moon on a stick. So you have to go in there, you have to put your finger in it, and you have to squirt the stuff in and like rearrange it. Okay, so she eats most of it. But then if I'm not absolutely super vigilant, Biggie, who when she was a kitten was so laid back that she just fell over all the time and her tail was like, she couldn't be bothered to keep her tail up. Biggie's the most laid back cat in the universe. Occasionally Biggie does like a sweep and gets just the tail end of the food, and then Biggie's like like this on the armchair all day going, nothing happening here. She's just so chill and her eyes go really. Meanwhile Diablo, who's had the lion's share, is doing zoomies, pissing on everything she can find. Anyway, there you go. That's my cat story. I don't know. I really don't know at this point. I have a sort of, well, it's not even a sort of, it's an absolute. I'm not really a person that has rigid principles, because I think that, I don't know, I just don't know. I don't think they're very helpful, and also I'm a very changeable person. But if I take an animal in, they're staying. So there's no option really. The vet's kind of hinting, oh, maybe you should rehome the cat. And I'm like, can't rehome the cat. One, I can't rehome the cat. It's just against my principle. And two, I think if I rehome the cat and the cat does in someone else's house what they do in my house, that person's going to boot them onto the street. Because I can tell you, it crosses my mind. I really have to exercise a lot of love and compassion. It does help that she is a gorgeous cat. You know, she's like, gives you love eyes all the time. She's just one of those tabbies that's really highly strung. Last night I was watching Slow Horses. Can I just recommend that to anybody? It's on Apple TV. And she just sat on my chest for 2 hours watching it with me. Just really happy. So yes, that's where I'm at the moment. That's my domestic shenanigans. Oh, there's a card for us. Oof. Okay. Now, we're moving into December. Technically, Mercury is direct, well, stationed and going direct. It feels better. Love the fact that we're getting a whole load. Let's just take those three. Okay. Three of Cups in reverse. You may be feeling, and I have definitely been feeling this recently, and I don't know if it's a Pisces thing, so do let me know, but I've just been feeling so reticent about socialising. Now, I used to be out 5 nights a week. I was very, very social. But I don't know if it's, and I'm not someone who's normally affected by the season that much, you know, not like in a serious way. But this season, I've just hopped into the cave that consists of the sofa and a heated blanket, and watching documentaries are my favourite thing. If anybody knows any good documentaries, get them in the comments, please. I've been watching just documentaries. I've been unable to move sometimes for 2 hours, and that means anything, to go upstairs, to go and get ready, anything, just slobbing out in my nest. And it's a funny feeling, and I'm wondering if any of you have felt it too. And maybe with the Three of Cups and a ray of sunshine in reverse, there's a good reason for it. Let's hope so, because it's not the most productive that I've been. She says, I know I need to see a bit more daylight as well. I need to get out there and see some sunshine. Five of Swords in reverse, and I think we had this the other day. I think we had this, was it in the Gemstars? I did a little reading for the Gemstars. Do come and join us at the Gemstars, where we had an exclusive with my new tarot deck, Bone, Stone and Earth Flesh. And we had the Five of Swords. There's a join button underneath, perhaps. There's a link in the description box, hopefully. We had the Five of Swords in reverse, which is Venus in Aquarius. Shall I do that? That's better. Venus in Aquarius, which, of course, is quite a sort of icy vibe. Venus in Aquarius is a bit detached. And I'm going to say dissociated as well. So I'm using dissociation in its widest form. I'm not qualified medically and all that stuff, as you know, but I'm just using it as what I've been experiencing and what I think that Scorpio season and that retrograde has done, which is to kind of make us take a step back from our life and view it from a third party view above. Almost as if we were filming, you know, like you're just getting or flying as a bird, getting a bird's eye view on it. And I think what's happening now as we come into December, or what's going to happen, and when is the next? Oh, there is a moon coming up. There's a moon coming up soon. Yeah, full moon in, I think it's Gemini. Libra Gemini. Full moon in Gemini, it's a super moon, and have I got them here? I don't know if I have. If not, I'll find them and I'll show them to you. When I went to the flea market the other day, I did buy some cards in a really nice shop, and one of them was by this Welsh artist who does all the different moons. I better go and dig that out at some point. I better remember where I put them as well. But anyhow, Gemini full moon is as a come out and chat. It's also quite sociable. It's reconnecting. So don't worry about it. And I'll tell myself the same. You know, there's a lot of things to go to in December usually. And there'll be a lot of chances to reconnect maybe online or with people that you've maybe been neglecting or just haven't connected with for whatever reason. It's a very sort of solipsistic interior kind of a feeling. And then we get the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Queen of Pentacles is very patient and she does sit back. And I feel like when we get the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, we're also ourselves impatient to get out there. And I've got one more card here. Yes. The Queen of Swords. Proceed with caution. Seek only the truth. Have your boundaries sharp and be ready. Be ready to kind of meet what you meet, but at least you're getting out there. And the last card here, the King of Pentacles. This is nice, actually. This can be money coming your way, support coming your way, security coming your way, somebody becoming much more reliable, or maybe even you're becoming much more reliable than you have been over the past few weeks. That's not so bad. Let me know your favourite documentaries in the comments, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.